The media is out with their 2025 real estate predictions for the Raleigh, North Carolina area. On today's video, we're going to go over all the data and then give you our thoughts on what we think the media is saying and what you should do with that information if you are about to jump into the Raleigh real estate market in 2025. So first, here are the numbers. Realtor.com is predicting that home prices in the Raleigh area will jump by 9% in 2025. And just for reference, the median home price for a single family home in the Raleigh, North Carolina area at the end of 2024 was $490,000. Realtor.com also predicts that home sales will increase by 2.2% in 2025. And Fannie Mae has it even better. Fannie Mae predicts that home sales will increase by 4% in 2025. Obviously, if these numbers hold true, we are going to see a jump in home prices and a further decrease in the amount of inventory we have of available homes for sale in the Raleigh area in 2025. And so along those lines, one of the most important factors that determines if the housing market will increase or decrease coming up in the following year is the supply of available homes for sale. And in November of 2024, the Raleigh area saw a 7% decrease in the amount of available homes for sale when compared to a year earlier in November of 2023. This resulted in just 2,000 single-family homes for sale in Wake County, which incidentally, Wake County is the home of Raleigh and Cary and Wake Forest, Apex, and some of the other larger cities in the Triangle area. And as longtime viewers of our YouTube channel here can tell you, we have talked for many years about how inventory levels in the Raleigh area are lower than they should be, and it doesn't appear that 2025 is going to have any increase in inventory levels, which of course would mean more availability for buyers and lower prices for buyers as well. To put it another way, there's simply too much demand, too many buyers out there looking for the small number of available homes for sale in the Raleigh area. And part of that is caused by the fact that we keep getting more and more people moving here. And one factor of that that's causing so many people to move here is the positive press we continue to get in our area. Recently, Travel and Leisure magazine ranked Raleigh, North Carolina as the #1 best place in the entire country for quality of life. And US News and World Report has ranked the Raleigh, North Carolina area as the #6 best place to live for 2024-2025. So because of all of the positive press we get and the great quality of life we have here in our area, the abundant job opportunities, the relatively low tax rates, the great location between the mountains and the coast, because of all these reasons and many more, people continue to move here every single week, every single day. More and more people are moving to the Raleigh area. And of course, these people have got to live somewhere. And along with the lack of resale homes, unfortunately, the builders out in our area are simply not keeping pace as well. There's simply not being enough homes that are being built or coming on the market as resale homes to support all of the people that are looking to buy a home. And these may be people that are in an inferior home currently. Maybe the home is too big or too small. Maybe they're in a rental property, or maybe they're coming in from out of the area. All three of these groups of people are putting tremendous demand and tremendous pressure on our housing supply. And again, lack of inventory of resale homes, lack of inventory of new construction homes is resulting in prices going up and up and up in our area. And beyond the shortage of available homes for sale, another major factor that determines if a housing market is going to grow or contract in a given period of time is interest rates. And unless you've been out of the loop or living under a rock for the last year or so, you are most likely well aware that interest rates have been very high when compared to a few years ago when they were in the 3s. We're now looking at interest rates in the 6s and 7s. Regarding interest rates, Realtor.com is predicting that interest rates will average around 6.3% in 2025. 2025. And by year end, interest rates will probably be somewhere around 6.2%, they say. These interest rates being in this 6% range tell us that in order for the market to grow in 2025, an interest rate in order to feel comfortable buying a house in 2025. And so assuming that people become comfortable with a 6% something or another interest rate in 2025, and assuming that these interest rates are either steady or fall slightly in 2025, expect to see more people entering the buyer pool for homes that are available, which is going to further put pressure on that limited inventory we talked about earlier, which again is going to push prices up even slightly higher than they are, ending 2024 and moving into 2025. We should also add along these same lines of interest rates that in order to boost their sales, a lot of new construction builders have been offering rate buy downs of interest rates in the last year, year and a half. That is, they're helping the buyer by reducing the interest rate that the buyer is going to have to pay for that new construction home. So rather than having to pay 6% or 6.5%, if they did an interest rate buy down, it's likely that that home would be in the 4.5% range for the first year, 5.5% the second year, and then the third year would go to that normal 6.5% or whatever rate. The hope is, of course, that by that third year, interest rates will have been lower than 6.5 and that the home owner will be able to refinance at that point. So builders are using these interest rate buy down programs as an effort to boost their sales and get people into their homes. And we believe this will continue to be a factor in 2025, where the builders are doing these rate buy down programs to incentivize buyers to buy their homes. This will mean demand for new construction homes will continue to outstrip demand for resale homes, as it has done so over the last couple of years. So what does all this data mean for buying or selling a home in the Raleigh area in 2025? Well, again, summing everything up, we believe that the Raleigh area housing market will remain very, very strong with low inventory, which will help prop up the housing prices going into 2025 and likely going into 2026 as well. On a personal note, we have seen a ton of viewers of our YouTube channel here reach out to us in the last month to 6 weeks saying they are ready to buy or sell a home in early 2025. Many of these people have been holding off, waiting to see what the market was going to do, waiting to see what was going to happen with the elections, and now they are ready to jump in and buy a home or sell a home in early 2025. We believe this is a good indicator that the market itself is going to be out to a very, very quick start in 25, and that we're going to see a lot of demand, especially as we move into the March, April, May timeframe, when we traditionally see a lot of people coming out buying and selling homes in Raleigh. We predict this is going to happen again, or even more so in 25 than we saw in 24, and also that we saw in 2023. And so all this is really good news for home sellers, especially those home sellers that can afford to fix their home up and make their home literally move-in ready, or maybe their home has been move-in ready all of this time. They are going to really, really benefit from all of these buyers coming in and wanting to buy homes, because we still continue to see a major trend in our market where very, very few people are interested in buying a fixer-upper home. In fact, coming to my mind as we were putting this video together, I can remember only about 5 or 6 buyers of the people that we helped last year came to us and said, we want to have a fixer-upper home. Most people want move-in ready. They don't want the hassle of having to renovate a bathroom, renovate a kitchen, even do painting or flooring stuff. They want to literally buy and close on that home in the morning and move in that evening and have their bed set up and go to sleep in their brand new home. Most people can't stomach the idea of taking a few months between owning the home and being able to move into the home, which is something we did in our home here, which is great for us because we were able to get a great deal where I got the house we want because it looks like the way we want it to look. But we totally get it. A lot of people can't stomach the idea of doing renovations. Incidentally, if you are one of those kind of people that want to do those renovations, please feel free to reach out to us. We've got a giant laundry list of vendors who can help you with everything from flooring to painting to tile to whatever. We vetted them because we used them on our personal house, and we're happy to supply that list to you. But anyway, back to sellers. If you are a seller who can present to the market a move-in ready home, your home is not going to sit around for very, very long at all. I know, remembering back just a few weeks ago, we were previewing some homes for a buyer that came to us from our channel here that wanted to live in a home between 1.1 and 1.6, I believe. And so we went around, and there were a good number of homes that had been on the market a while. And when we got in the home, we saw why. They needed some updates. They needed some work done on the home. As well, on the flip side, there was a particular home that we went into in Wakefield looking for this client, and it was an amazing home. The folks that owned it did a phenomenal job updating this property. It literally had, I believe, 5 offers and sold for $75,000 over asking price, and it sold in like 3.5, 4 days. So that just gives you an indication. That's just something we typically see in our market, where we have sort of a tale of two markets. The homes that don't look amazing tend to sit on the market for 30 days or longer. Those homes that do look amazing tend to get snapped up very, very quickly within the period of a couple days to a week or so. So if you have the financial means as a seller to fix your home up, it's likely you're going to get your home sold very quickly in 25 and for top dollar. Now, we do understand that there are sellers out there who cannot afford to update their home, and they have to do the best they can with the product that they have to put on the market. We understand that. Just understand that it may take a while to get your home sold. You may have to get aggressive on pricing. Just something for you to bear in mind. But reach out to us. We're happy to give you some advice on that matter, and certainly help you get your home sold as quickly as possibly can be sold. And for the home buyers out there, if you've decided that 2025 is the time for you to buy your next home, we recommend you do what we always preach on this channel. That is, get very clear on what you must have in a home, what you would like to have in a home, and what you absolutely don't want to have in a home, and don't compromise on those. If you can find a home that's going to give you 7 of your top 10 must-haves, that's definitely a home you need to aggressively pursue. But please know you may need to make compromises in 2025. Again, we don't believe inventory is going to skyrocket. We believe it's going to stay about where it is or get worse in 2025. That means you may have to make compromises. Maybe if you wanted to move to Cary, North Carolina, you're going to have to instead move to Apex, North Carolina, where you can find the home that fits your needs, and maybe you're going to have to drive a little bit further. That's just one example. Maybe you're moving to Wake Forest instead of North Raleigh, or maybe you're moving to Youngsville instead of Wake Forest. There's certainly compromises along those lines. Maybe you get a home with a 3rd floor walk-up bedroom instead of everything being on the 2nd and 1st floor. Things like that you may have to compromise on, simply because there's likely not going to be a large number of available homes for you to look at when you're ready to buy. And of course, these are all the things, these must-have lists, must-not-have lists. These are all the things we strongly recommend you talk with your significant other or whoever's going to live with you in the home. We recommend you talk with them about that list so that everyone's on the same page. And it goes without saying, we definitely recommend you hire a competent, experienced real estate agent who's going to guide you through this process. Certainly feel free to reach out to us here on the channel. We are happy to hook you up with someone on our team who is extremely competent and able to get you through this very confusing process, especially as it looks like 2025 again is not going to be able to provide you the inventory to make it easy for you to find the home of your dreams just willy-nilly floating out there. You're going to have to find it and aggressively find it and jump on it if it definitely meets your needs. And also, for all the buyers out there waiting for the housing crash of 2025 that has been waiting for the housing crash of 2024 and the housing crash of 2023 and 2022, unfortunately, it doesn't look like you're going to get your wish that housing prices are going to come down dramatically and allow you to be able to get in and either invest in property or get to a rate that you're happy with for monthly payments. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen in 2025. Again, because inventory is going to remain low. Interest rates, we think, are going to remain steady. This will keep prices where they are. And again, demand is going to outstrip supply again in 2025. And unless you are able to come across a home that's been on the market a good while, maybe it's needing fixing up, unless you find one of those homes, it's unlikely you're going to be able to get much of a deal on residential real estate in the Raleigh, North Carolina area in 2025. And so for all the buyers out there, if all of this is kind of confusing to you and stressful to you, know that our team has helped hundreds of buyers over the last couple of years. We certainly are happy to help give you the advice and guidance to get into your next dream home. Reach out to us. We're happy to help. You can contact us at the information below. And sellers, we're happy to help you out as well. Check out this video. We think you're really going to like this one as well. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.